This is Oneida Lake. So we went to visit Oneida Lake last week. It was raining. So I didn't have any idea how long the lake is. We stopped at Verona Beach and we went up to Sylvan Beach. So beach is closed. So we stopped at three state parks, and there was nobody except me. I saw in one park one man and woman, they were walking, that's all. And we visited the lake house. Actually, not visited, I had to use their washroom. So they are very nice and generous to let me use their washroom. And there is a casino inside. A lot of people were dining. So I like the lake here. I was actually looking for a beach where my 5-year-old can play in the sand, and also my 17-year-old can do kayaking or like swimming. We used to do that in Vermont, but I couldn't find a sandy beach here. I don't know why. It's like good for walking, but not for kids playing. Whatever. The people who are Muslims, they fast a whole month. Do you know that? Like from sunrise, before sunrise, they have a light meal, like breakfast, if you say breakfast, and then they start their fast when the sun rises, and up to until the sunset, they don't eat anything, they don't drink anything, uh, not even a sip of water. And then after the sunset, as soon as the sun sets, they break their fast. Especially they break their fast with water or date, and then they have their dinner. So Muslims do that for a whole month, like 30 days, sometimes in 29 days, sometimes 30 days. It's called Ramadan. Maybe if you are not a Muslim, you heard the name of Ramadan. So I'm a Muslim living in USA in New York State. I do Ramadan every year. So people who are not healthy, like they have some medical issues, they are sick, and if they fast like that, it's going to increase their health problems, so they don't need to fast. Or like pregnant mother, breastfeeding mother, if it makes it trouble for the baby, so they don't need to fast either. Or like elderly people who can't fast for that long time, they don't fast either. But as they are not fasting, so they have to feed another person instead of that. So this is as I said, I'm a Muslim. So in the month of Ramadan, we believe like all the gates of heaven are open and the gates of hell is are closed, and the like big devils, they are chained, so they cannot like make people to do bad stuff. Little devils are still working and like influencing us to do bad stuff, but the big devils, they are chained up, so they cannot make people do like bad stuff. So and the Ramadan is the month of mercy, like if if you do a good deed, like good stuff, like if you get a like 1 point for one good deed in Ramadan, you will get more than 70 point, like God will multiply it more than 70 times. So why Muslim people fast like that? Oh, also like kids don't need to fast, only grown-ups have fast, like who has puberty. It's like mandatory stuff in Islam. And first few days you might feel little little lethargic, little tired, but eventually you will um, feel like you are completely okay. And in Ramadan, there is a night in Ramadan. Muslims believe that in that night, this night is like what if you like spend $1, it will be counted that you spend $1 for 83, more than 83 years, more than 1,000 months. Like God will reward you more than 1,000. So this is like the best night of the year, but it's not fixed. Like we don't know which night. It's in the last 10 nights of the Ramadan. So Muslim people, they worship more and more in the last 10 nights, especially the last 7 nights. And also Muslim people believe in the last prophet, that Muhammad, peace be on him, the, that he is the last prophet. So the law, many angels come on that night in on the earth, like millions, billions, zillions of angels come and visit people. And angel Gabriel, he comes too. And like on that night, if you ask God anything, like if you have a special prayer, like maybe you need a job, you want a job, or you want to get married with a special person, or you want to buy a home, or maybe you don't have, you're trying for kids and you want kids, so you can ask God, like, God, please give me a kid. Or maybe your kid is not listening to you, doing some drugs or something else, then you can ask God, God, make my kids a better one. So whatever you ask, God is going to give it to you, and also change your like life for better. Definitely we will ask something better for ourselves. So that's called night of qadar. Qadar means like decree, like God decides what's going to happen to us next year. So and in Ramadan, Muslims pray at night, like it's called Taraweeh prayer, especially at the masjid. And after 30 days of fasting, Muslims celebrate it by a day called Eid. Eid, if you heard it, it's called Eid ul Fitr. Like they on the Eid day, they don't. From the Eid day, they don't fast anymore. They go to masjid for a prayer and they celebrate it with friends and family. And eat special meals like lots of sweets and other fancy meals. So I miss it. Like I used to celebrate it with my family in Bangladesh, but now as I'm living in USA for a long time, so I miss it. But I still go to the mosque and I celebrate it with my friends over here. This is the lake house. Uh, it and it's the Sylvan Beach. The amusement park is closed. So this is my first time visiting here. I like the beach, but I think there will be a lot of people when it's in summer. So I just wanted to let you know what is Ramadan. We call it Ramadan, but you can hear it like from some people might call it Ramjan, but actually the word is Ramadan. So we don't fast at night. We fast from the sun, right before the sunrise we started and up to the sunset. And in Ramadan is kind of like a festive here, like in masjid, in mosque, there are a lot of iftar parties. And iftar means like when you take your dinner after the sunset, after you break your fast, that's called iftar. And there are a lot of parties going on, like personally at some places, people's home or like mosques. And there are a lot of traditional foods, and kids actually like it so much because of the parties. My kids used to like it, I know, is because of the parties. They could go to several parties. So mosques actually open for Muslim, non-Muslims both. If you are a non-Muslim and you're listening to my video, you can visit your nearest mosque. in Ramadan. This year, Ramadan will start from April 2nd and it will end on May 1st. And Eid, the day of festival, is on May 2nd. So you can go on, especially on weekend like Saturday, Sunday. Mosque have iftar parties. Just visit your nearest mosque.